record, man.
I'm not your gossip girl, I'm the headline. Truth with a curve, baby, redefine. Welcome to the thirst trap. All the truth looks good in a tight wrap. We talk love, power, soul, and sin. Turn the world on, let the light in. Yeah, the thirst trap news. You'll drink it up, it's the real you. Paper China, thirst bro news. Where every headline's a revelation.
Hey, good evening. It's good to see so many people in the chat already. Oh my God, I'm so excited. It's October 24th. We're on episode 14. Hopefully the stream looks good for you guys. On my end, it's looking like a little blurry. Maybe it's my connection here at the studio. Hopefully that's all it is. You see it? You see it? It looks kind of like pixelated right there, or a little blurry. Should I take some of my devices off of the Wi-Fi?
No, you're good. It's just it's the processing of the computer.
Okay.
It's trying to do three videos in different modes.
Okay. All right. Let me look and see who's here. Can you scroll through? I see names. I see so many names that I recognize. New follows. I got new followers coming in today. Bari, Roger. I see Chad. Honky Tonk. I cannot forget that name. I'm a country girl at heart. Honky Tonk 1112. Maybe that's November 12th. I've got a 1113 in my life. Ripuloni. Basili. Oh, there's Daywalker. What's up, Red Daywalker? It's so good to see. Look at this. This is a poppin' chat. Ooh. All right. Here comes dry one-liners. Hopefully they leave you thirsty. All right. No, I'm going to. TP USA infiltrates Antifa. Utah considers digital ID. Like 5 digital ID videos. This is who calls us mentally ill. Like 3 Mom Dommy videos. Is he still a douche? No government, no EBT. Sorry, no government. Who is Rick Cutler? Jews and Muslims, golden shower, or history? I didn't really see the video. What does liberal mean? Roblox is fucked. Dashcam vid of Indian 18-wheeler crash. Trigger warning if it, things like that bother you. Jon Stewart fucking with Bernie. 3 videos. Pixar's new movie looks lit. And we didn't get to make it to the last live. A white girl's 3 favorite black hairdos. I'm so excited for that one. I'm going to have lots of comments. And speaking of black hairdos, I just want you guys to know, in this last week, my page has been getting into the 250,000 views. And I just want to say that the liberals, 5 years later after running for Congress, oh my God, have ramped up and have gotten more vile, more nasty, more soulless, more demonic. Because when they don't like me going, yay, go Trump, they literally just jump into racist bullshit. I have never seen so many light-skinned racist people in my entire life. And part B, I have never seen so many racist black people in my entire life until now. And all the criteria is for you to meet, to be subjected to socially acceptable racial beatdowns is that you have to be a MAGA. Check these out. These are so funny. They made me laugh. Like, really, honestly. Daywalker. He's got some strong arms. Thank you. Yes, my hair is slicked back today. And I can tell you, my eyebrows are on point because of it. Getting a little minor headache because everything is tight.
They got black Luna today.
Yes, you got the West Indian Luna today. You got the black girl today. Hello from NYC. Thank you for the flower. Hi, Joel. And hello, Constantino. Thank you for telling me your name. I'm Luna. Nice to meet you. Okay. So listen to these freaking comments that people have been giving me. Are you ready? Pop some popcorn if you're not. Another coconut. Don't go outside because you look like ass and they're going to take you back. You don't look native and you don't look European. That is someone with the Palacios last name. Very light-skinned gentleman who's probably old. I'm not going to call him a gentleman. Probably old because his profile picture is like 900 years old. And then... Here's the next one. Or did you steal those teeth from a horse? Oh, man. You know, when I was growing up, I was so self-conscious of my teeth because these fuckers came in when I was 7 and my teeth really did look like they came from a horse.
You've had no work done. Those are not.
And these are not veneers.
That's what he said that.
These are natural. And I use no teeth whitener. I drink Coke and coffee all day long. And this is just called Wonderful Indian Genetics. Nice South Asian genetics. I got big teeth and a really big smile. A lot of women from Trinidad, think Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, we have really big smiles, so, and very yellow skin. Yes, did I steal my teeth from a horse? Oh, here's a good one. Queen B _8831 says, you going to burn in hell with the orange man, aka Daddy Stinky Pants. Okay, here's another from GQ _sniper. Can you brush your hair before making a video? You probably didn't even brush your teeth and just took a dump with that face.
Not wrong.
Yeah, he's not wrong because in the morning is when I take my dump, and I did take a shit right before that video just for him, saying his name loudly as I dropped the pile of BM in the toilet. Sorry if that's TMI, but that was for Mr. GQ _sniper. Snipe these turds, motherfucker. Okay. So, let me check the chat. No, nothing. How are you guys doing? Please feel free to chat away. It helps the show move along. You know what I mean?
This is their show.
This is also your show. I don't do this for me. I do this for you guys, honestly, because I know most of the people I talk about that sit in my chair every day, all my clients are very disturbed no matter what side of the aisle they are on about the state of the world. And so, you know, when my kid left home in such a drastic way, I developed so much anger for the world that everywhere I went, I had to literally start smoking weed like nonstop to keep my ass in a chair because I was feeling like homicidal towards the world for like stealing my child's mind and corrupting it. And I sat at home because I was afraid that anyone that wanted to be a dick to me was going to get, you know, my Caribbean side. I don't know. The other side of me is just as bad. You know, the Scots and the Vikings, they were pretty ungovernable too. So, you know, it was just safer for me to stay at home. And so now talking like this about all the things that I see that really move me to speak on it, I've decided to use this as an outlet to get it out of me. 22,000 people voted for me in 2022. So, that tells me that people value what I have to say. So why am I keeping it trapped inside of my own universe? I need to close a window because I will start freezing and then that will make my bones hurt and then the show will end. So maybe, I don't know if I should do it. Okay. I'm not. Am I attached? I'm attached. Is this going to make noise if I unplug? Ay, ay.
She has a full body.
I do, folks. So, as you can see, not a bot. Still getting accused of being fake. Oh, and all day I was called undereducated and told to go back where I came from, which I guess is just the state of Georgia, and that I don't look European or native, even though I have both. And wow, I just wow. When I was running for office, my position was a bit more front and center, astute. So I guess people knew commenting, there was high likelihood someone would see their comments. So they were much more buttoned up about their hatred. Now they are I don't know. It's like they're aiming for you to have a heart attack and die. It's just the funny thing is the joke's on them, really, because it kind of just makes me laugh. It gives me great screenshots to show up in a memory and laugh at because it just strengthens my resolve and my faith to go and keep the kids woke up. I do it for the children, folks. For the children. All right. Are you ready for the first video?
Yes.
Yay. Okay. TPUSA. They infiltrate Antifa.
Absolutely amazing news. This is something that I've had for a little while, but of course have had to keep under wraps. Even though I heard about it, of course, certain things you just have to hold off for OPSEC purposes. Turning Point USA, the Frontlines street journalism team, infiltrated Antifa this past weekend. 2 cells of Antifa in 2 separate states and in 2 separate cities. And we are going to be interviewing members of the team that participated in that infiltration very soon here on today's episode. So for all the people who want to say that Antifa is not real, that the organization doesn't exist, that, they're decentralized, they don't have a real leader, they don't have... No, it's a joke, it's a lie, and it's always been one. Antifa is the international...
Yes. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Kamala Harris. I agree. His name is Fuck Joe Biden. Thank you, New Jersey teddy bear. Fuck everybody, you're gorgeous. Aw, so sweet. Thank you. Trump's the man. Although we gotta get Trump awake about fucking Israel, man. I really think he just legitimately has the wool pulled over his eyes on that. I don't think it's Epstein, like I said on my last show, because clearly the Democrats would have used that to lock him up. They had 4 years to do it, and they didn't have anything legitimate to charge him on. And Tulsi Gabbard announced today, it's all declassified. Obama, absolutely 100%. Trump has been utterly vindicated. Roger Stone, Steve Bannon, Michael Flynn, the J6ers, the Proud Boys, since we're talking about Antifa. Tulsi Gabbard came out and declassified everything. It's on paper. It's on record. Obama absolutely schemed up an entire plan to discredit Trump before he even got elected by forming this story that he was colluding with Russia, and Hillary Clinton on paper signed off on this, and James Comey, and the CIA actually suppressed FBI information about the fact that Russia was openly saying we don't have the ability to influence your elections, and that they had information on Hillary Clinton that if she had won, they would have released. But because Trump won, Obama continued on this coup to usurp President Trump from the office. And I want to see them swinging from the gallows. This is like high treason. And so it's a proven fact. You can pretty much know with all the other information about the election in 2020, it was stolen. He was not wrong. He was right about everything, about all of it. You saw what they did during that election. All of Obama's manipulation led all the way up to that stolen election, and the torturing of people, and the death of 2 innocent women at J6. All of that. And I want to see Hillary, Comey, Obama, and anybody else. There's lots of names I could go on. They've got to be fucking jailed, like Guantanamo, like where you send traitors. Like they need to be held accountable before Trump gets out of office. I don't really care so much about the Epstein shit so much as I care about that, because that will if we can get the corruption out of office, the crime and things like Epstein and FBI and CIA undercover operations that are corrupt will start to cease and wane, and it'll be much harder to do so. Of course, everything ebbs and flows, so eventually it will happen again. But over time. But yeah. So Luna rant. Let's continue. Welcome to my show, Stan and Papi Chulo, Zachary, Draw Brooks, Fiery, Lisa, Mr. 827.
Arm of communism. They are the militant wing of communism, and they have been for 100 years. They even have an Antifa professor. His name is Dr. Antifa Mark Bray. He's over in Spain for some reason on the taxpayer dime out of New Jersey. Well, TPUSA did not take this lightly, and in fact spent the weekend not only
Do you guys hear a buzzing when I'm playing the video? If you guys, whoever's watching, put it in the chat if you hear a buzzing while I play these videos.
having people. So Frontlines, the amazing thing about what these
Maybe it's just this video.
guys do, the men and women of Frontlines, not only do they literally put themselves into harm's way, and you saw
Welcome, Ziggy. Welcome, Donger. What a name.
many of them featured at the president's roundtable there at the White House. They're out there in Portland. They're out there in Seattle. They were in Chaz. They were in so many different things where bullets are flying, where tear gas is whizzing past them, where they're getting up close and personal with these radicals. But what does Antifa do when they're not out in the streets? Where do they go? How do they organize? How do they plan? Turning Point USA, Frontline, is going to take you where they went, inside the Antifa cells, inside their planning, inside their ideological radicalization. And we will have them on to answer any questions. So by the way, send your questions in 17.
I can't believe there's anybody even saying Antifa's not real. It's so funny, like, to watch a group called anti-fascists, Antifa, anti-fascists, going to churches, screaming and yelling and chasing church crowds away from, worship, their First Amendment right. I think that's the First Amendment, right? That's the First Amendment. Yeah. Free speech. Good God. Yeah. I've never seen a right-wing organization go and start violence. But I have seen them be chivalrous men coming to the rescue of those that are being harassed and tortured by these Antifa cells, these Marxist groups that are paid to go be violent.
1776 at humanevents.com. That's 1776 at humanevents.com. Make sure that we
Thank you, Ziggy, for the love and support. Appreciate you.
get every single question answered that you want, because this was no joke. These are people who are marked men, people that Antifa have a kill list out for. And we know that the kill orders went out after that roundtable of Antifa at the White House featuring the president. But you know something? We're not backing down. We're doubling down. This infiltration operation was a massive success, and we've got the information and all the details, and of course, as always, the receipts. Folks.
Okay. So I did some digging on him. I believe him that he got this information, you know, from the inside of USA. But, you know, I am on the fence after Charlie Kirk died and watching everything that's happened with Charlie Kirk. I have a very watchful eye on TPUSA because I just don't trust the people closest to Charlie. I'll just leave it at that. And Candace Owens is not crazy. You know she's not crazy because a judge gag ordered her. That's how you know she was getting too close to finding out the truth about the feds. It's likely that Kash Patel doesn't even know. I'm sure it would be stupid for, like, in the Game of Thrones, for the head of whoever did this. They're obviously clearly powerful enough to do that, to clue in anyone in the FBI. I'm sure there are people in the FBI lying to Kash Patel, because Kash Patel really does seem like he wants to do what's right. He really does. I just think that people expect too much, too fast, too quickly. I think there's a lot of things that this new cabinet, I think this is the best cabinet we've had in 60 years. I think there's things they're going to have to just learn and discover on their own, that, you know, the horse blinders that they've had on for their agencies for so long, you know, we've all woke up before they did. You know, Trump made a lot of people wake up, especially in the minority community. So you have to realize they got Tulsi, Pam Bondi, Kash Patel. They've got a lot to learn. Now, Pam Bondi, I know she's an Israel supporter, so there's that. And she did make the comment about hate speech being illegal. So that pissed me the fuck off, because Pam Bondi, I want you to listen to me closely. As much as we don't like it, hate speech is free speech. You are allowed to say what you hate. It is not illegal to say things that hurt people's feelings. And you, as an attorney general, know that under the Constitution, the only thing that is illegal is to threaten somebody's life. So, I have a big, like, caution sign over the top of Pam Bondi's head. You know what I mean? She is just a useful tool for Trump. You know, you gotta know, a lot of times for a man who's just one of the people to make it to president, like, this guy knows how to fucking play the game. So you gotta understand, I'm sure he knows, hopefully the second time around, learned lessons on, like, letting too many snakes stay in the pit. And from my run in Congress, definitely learned the lesson that enemies can definitely be a useful tool. And sometimes you need to keep them around, even when people don't understand, because it's not a reflection on your character. It's a reflection on your shrewdness. If somebody has experienced enough in life to understand high business, And high business means that you have to step on people sometimes. And you have to rub elbows with evil people. It just is what it is. If you aren't willing to step on heads with your stilettos, baby girls, you will never be a queen. So anyway, I wonder, speaking of queens, all queens should be capable of battle and survival and self-sustainment, but not all of them have to break their nails to do so. How many of you have really sat and thought, I know I look all pretty and I have my nails done and my makeup done and all this stuff, but y'all see like my little reels and lives that I do through the day? I don't have makeup on. My hair is crazy. I'm in comfortable clothes because I'm a girl that works hard all day long. Okay. So I clean up really well, but I know how to get in there and work with the boys. I know how to rock a chainsaw. I know how to do masonry. I know how to do carpentry. I know how to sew. I know how to garden. I know how to do like rural level, like veterinarian stuff. Cause I lived, humble means in the rural areas. And so the next video I'm about to show you is not really scaring me too much because I know that I could like self-sustain. Right? And I know I could still look pretty doing it because I know all the tricks. And I also don't hang out with bitch boys. So I know I'd be fine if all this stuff happened because, you know, I like to be around leaders and like driven people who are decisive, wise, and calculating. But let's get into it. Because this is already happening in Washington, D.C. and in the UK and different parts of like the Netherlands, I believe. But Utah is considering digital ID, folks.
Big change could be coming to how you prove who you are. Utah State is considering rolling out a digital ID to help prove who you are in your online dealings. But with data breaches on the rise, Jim Spiewak asked if this can be a game changer for your online safety and security.
Everyone is born with identity.
You control your identity. You should control your...
Welcome, Tad, Dr. Ian, Solomon. I'm so happy you guys are here. We're getting into some good shit tonight.
digital identity.
Christopher Bramwell, Utah's chief privacy officer, is leading the state's effort to create a state-endorsed digital identity system, which would provide residents with a verified digital credential proving they are who they say they are.
So someone being able to pretend that they're me probably wouldn't happen.
I find it really funny and non-coincidental that Utah is considering digital ID because the LDS and the Mormon faith are a New World Order religion. The person who started the LDSs was colleagues with Charles Taze Rutherford, who started the religion I was born in, which is also an evangelical doomsday Christian cult called the Jehovah's Witnesses, which I'm obviously no longer a part of. But that whole state is full of New World Order, population reduction, we're the chosen people kind of place. So to me, not a coincidence.
And the whole point of state-endorsed digital identity is to give you control of your identity so nobody can impersonate you.
Bramwell sees a...
So Dr. Ian, he says, why are digital IDs even an issue or in discussions? Digital ID is no different than any other ID. Actually, when you have something printed on paper, my dear, I'm not meaning this condescending at all, because that's like something I think about. When it's on paper, there's evidence of alteration. There's evidence that what is on the paper matches the databases. It's safely kept with you, and it's one item. When you have something digital, you're opening the freaking door for all kind of crypto crime or cyber crime. And shit, they can just erase your entire identity. They can delete you. They can lock your ID, completely take control of your life, monitor everywhere you go. I mean, if you want to see the problems that this brings, look at DC. The only reason why DC has it, I think, is because of the international travel. But look at China. Like, there's a lot of videos of independent journalists walking around China asking the people about like the social score, credit system, and the digital IDs, and they hate it. But there's just like nothing they can do about it. Okay, going back to the chat. John Swallow. Hey, thanks for the follow. Nice to meet you, John. My hair is covering my thirst trap. I'm so sorry. Thank you for letting me know. How dare I? How dare I ruin the thirst trap? That's what happens because she lost her model posture and started being comfortable, Luna, and started slouching. All right, getting back into digital ID.
Initial uses for digital identity for things like going through TSA or verifying identity for government services. But he also says demand is growing in the private sector.
Why wouldn't you just use an identity you control to log into services, and you don't have to worry about reset passwords?
Bramwell says once you receive your credential, the state won't know when you use it and it won't be tracked, but it would be stored securely in something like a digital wallet.
What do we tell people about why this will be secure?
The security is our top priority, but most importantly, how do you recover when there's a security breach without having to do reissuance of identity to everybody in the state?
Utah lawmakers passed Senate Bill 260 this year, which laid the baseline policy that
Ari Longbeard joined. Nice to meet you. Raymond is Dramasia. Magia? Interesting. Did I say that right? Welcome.
gives individuals the right to digital identity, but not a mandate to opt in. Senator Kirk Cullimore was the bill's sponsor.
Everything is digital now. A lot of what we do, even in interacting with the state, is digital.
With AI advancing rapidly, Cullimore believes many technologies will soon require state endorsement.
Do you feel confident that what is in policy right now as we start to build this out is the most safe and secure? The laws and the parameters to establish its safety and the security and the principles of freedom surrounding that are getting put into place.
Jim Spiewak, KUTV2.
Big change could be coming to how you...
Okay, so here's the issue with digital ID. If we move to this and you don't want to take part in it, which you don't have to, because I've read all the... Okay. I wonder if I should say this. Well, it is coming. And you're going to have to decide if you want to do this or not. Now, it isn't going to be forced upon you federally, right? However, like personally. However, the government is allowed to regulate businesses to require a digital ID. So if you decide, as things move into digital ID more and more and more, if you decide not to have a digital ID, you better be ready for self-sustainment on all levels. So you need to be using all your free time to educate yourself on just like survival things. And just like put yourself out and about in the world around other people. Don't be in a bubble, because you've got to understand like how to interact and negotiate with people who are different than you, because trade will be changing as well, especially with cryptocurrency. So, you know, everything comes back around. You know, there was a time where we were super advanced, something happened, and then we became primitive again. And I think, you know, that's what the Bible talks about and a lot of other holy books. So I think we're pretty close to that. I think possibly we'll be old when we see catastrophic destruction, or our grandchildren will definitely see it for sure. John says, my other account got banned, had to create a new one just to keep watching your show. Were you being a bad boy? Did you get banned because you were making liberal babies cry? I hope that's why. All right. Here is some more digital ID videos.
Explains that if you sign up for digital ID, it'll be the last really important decision you make, because your digital ID will be the only thing that your governments, institutions, and anybody authorized by those holding power will recognize you through. So you won't exist anymore. You'll be replaced by a QR code. You are not a number, you're an address to some resources. And that makes it particularly dangerous because those resources can be edited, and one of those fields for sure will be your vaccination status. And I'm absolutely sure, because I've seen it written down in multiple documents, that your digital ID will only remain valid if you comply with the conditions of validity. So one of them will be, have you had your latest recommended or mandated jabs? And
Right. Oh my gosh. He just brought up your recommended jabs. So yeah, like school vaccines. I was going to say that. Like that digital pill, the chip they put inside pills to make sure you took your medicine. And one of my followers, Chels, he's from the UK, and he said they're doing that already over there.
Because of the fact that I'm qualified in toxicology and worked for decades with others in what's called rational drug design, when I look at these jabs, the constituents, I am certain, formally certain, that they were designed to hurt you.
Yep.
And so, the digital ID will lose validity unless you roll your sleeve up.
Right.
You must see that's designed to injure and I believe ultimately kill you. And I've explained.
Yeah. Okay. So I told y'all that we have like 5 of these. And so I don't know if we're on 1 or 2. Okay. So now here's number 3.
The government cannot force you to get a digital ID.
Oh, good.
And they know it.
This is what he looks like, the guy from Shaun of the Dead. That's so funny. And he's got the same exact accent. I wish Chels was on. That way he could confirm if they're from the same area. Because Chels knows how much I love language and accents. Sometimes I just like to switch in and out of one.
However, what they can do.
What's up, John Wick? Dizzix? Vincent, the Hardball 77. Tad Talk says not required yet. Nope, but it will be. It's coming. Yes, please. I am going to have my producer light up a little splizzy. A little smoky smoke. A Junior. The only acceptable roach in my house.
Excuse the turkeys. They've got something to say about digital ID.
Excuse the turkeys.
What they can do is they can tell public entities what to do. You see, you have to understand the distinction between you and something that's public. The government has no right to tell the people who are private what to do because they have no say in your personal life. The government does, however, have control over public entities because they administer public services.
Yep.
So
like your gas, your water, electric, your internet, your prescriptions, your doctor visits, like they're gonna push. It's coming. It's coming. Where would you move if you didn't want to stay here? I would go to Costa Rica. That's where I would go. I would either go to Costa Rica or Bali, maybe.
Most companies that you know are public. They are licensed by the government to operate. So the government can tell these companies what to do. And they can tell these companies that they can only operate with digital ID. So although the government can't force you directly to get one, they can force the companies that you deal with, your bank, your credit card company, the airlines, the NHS, they can force these companies only to work with digital ID. And so you say to yourself, well, what is the solution to digital ID then? Well, basically, you have to take control as a private person of the things that you would normally rely on another company for. For example, why do I have this allotment? To grow my own food. That way I don't have to rely on a supermarket, which will then force me to have a digital ID to buy food from it. Why do I take control of my own health? Why do I eat the foods that I eat? Why do I work out? Because then I take control of my own health and I don't rely on a national health service. And this is the only solution, because even though you are opposed to digital ID, unless you are taking steps now as a private individual to do the things necessary so that you will be able to live without a digital ID, you will have to get a digital ID. And
the things necessary to live without digital ID, you got to have a form of trade. You have to be able to feed yourself, shelter yourself, not at the camera. Yeah, but just blow it in the hallway. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier is like there's a guy that was in the CIA that has hair like mine. He's like I don't know what race he is. He's like ambiguous like I am. He has really sharp features, but he was formerly in the CIA, and I think he was on Sean Ryan's podcast, but he talks about how to go off grid and like become totally undiscoverable. So you may want to watch that video. You know, if you think about it, it's like The Walking Dead, right? If things were to get to that point, like murders, like you got to think about like this whole other level of awareness we would have to have that us spoiled Americans are out of practice with. Like we aren't, for the most part, very like street savvy and kind of ridiculously unintelligent, because across the country before Trump, you know, when Obama was in office, during his years, thanks to Bush, who was in before him, he signed into law the No Child Left Behind or whatever, and they just passed kids even though they failed their grades. So like we have so many people in their 30s that are like just ridiculously undereducated and not that bright. Could you imagine what the freaking craziness that would happen for the first like year of like fallout from anything? Let me see. Let's look at the chat. So we got C. Gattino. Did you guys see that the freaking FBI got the Gambino family for freaking gambling with the NBA, rigging the games? That, not the NBA?
No, they weren't rigging NBA games.
What was it?
They were holding high-stake poker games, and they used NBA.
Oh, they were holding high-stake poker games. I didn't hear. I watched the press conference, but I didn't hear like how they were doing it. So
they hold high-stakes poker games. They use an NBA player to give it ability.
Oh.
They're tied with the New York Mafia.
Oh.
The poker tables had see-through glass so they could see other players' cards.
So the poker table had see-through glass. Oh shit! I thought this was like a basketball thing. They were just basketball people involved. Gotcha. Okay. But what I was saying, what was I saying? Why did I start bringing that up? Why did I bring that up? You weren't listening. Production. You got to be listening. You got to be listening to the show. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, let's just play the video.
And the government knows it. But it's about time the people stood up and understood who we are as a people. We are private entities.
Hey, Steve. If you can't follow my train of thought and realize that I lost it because someone started speaking to me and you can't be nice about it, we can very easily just, end the live stream for you.
Thinking that for me to be on mic.
Well, I don't know who he's talking about. I'm talking about the video. I think that's what he's talking about.
We are divine beings gifted with the right from God to live life freely on this planet, under no authority from anybody, and that includes government. And it isn't until we take back that power as a people and say to the government, no, you are overstepping your mark now. And
it's okay, Steve. No worries.
we say to companies, you're accepting digital ID. We won't use you. The government have tried it once already. You've seen it with the vaccines in COVID. You couldn't fly without a vaccine. It's the same thing. It's not that the government could force you to get a vaccine, but what they could do is force the companies not to allow you to fly if you hadn't had one. And it's exactly the same with digital ID. Are you ready? Are you prepared? What are you doing about it? The government cannot force you to get a digital ID.
John Swallows. Interesting name. Paired with an interesting question. I'm up for negotiations.
And they know it. However, what they can do, excuse the turkeys, they've got something to say about digital ID as well. What they can do is they can...
Okay, the video started over. So, John Swallows. So, keep talking these points, and I will actually do that, Steve. No worries. What will my highest donor get as a prize tonight? Why do I feel like I might know Mr. John Swallows? Do I know you in real life? Is that what's happening? I have a sneaking suspicion I might know who you are. I'm up for negotiations. Why don't you send me a DM? Or we can brainstorm here on the chat with all of you hanging out. I was actually thinking about that the other day. For every $1 that I get to my Venmo, if you do it privately and send me your address, I will send you a personally kissed thank you note. So, that was what I came up with for the $1 donations. And, it's handwritten by me, and I will put lipstick on and I will kiss it and send it to you. I am not responsible if you get caught by your ladies. That will be a disclosure. You cannot sue me. I am providing a thank you for your support note that happens to have lips. But yeah, we could brainstorm that. If you have any ideas, you could email my show at thirsttrapnews@gmail.com for ideas on what the highest donator would get. But you guys got to start doing that here in the chat now, because the show only runs on for 2 hours. So if you guys want to compete for a prize that the group of you decide on, sure, I'm down for it. If it involves feet, I need to go paint my toenails first. Okay. So the next digital ID video, this is video number 4.
Just submitted to it. They just submitted to digital ID.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, these motherfuckers are pushing digital ID on these people. And once they do digital ID, they're going to attach it to a social credit score.
Yep.
They're going to attach it to a carbon footprint score. And then they'll be able to control your movement and control you entirely. And most importantly, they've already arrested 12,000 people for social media posts.
That's insane.
Above and beyond every other country. Way above Russia. Russia was 400 last year. The UK is 12,000. Any criticism of immigration, any criticism of grooming gangs and people being raped, any talk about how horrible
this is exactly, okay, it makes more sense now why there's so many social media farms in Russia and China. Holy shit.
This is, they come visit you. It's like someone's trying to...
Joe Rogan is a man. He's a scrumptious man. No, it's mainly because of what he has going on in his head. I like that he's a critical thinker and he talks to everybody, because that's how I am. I talk to everybody. Like there's literally nobody that I can't relate to in some way.
Destroy England. It's literally like they've got a concerted effort to destroy England, and they're getting away with it.
Yeah, and what happens over there?
It's really crazy. It's really crazy to watch, because the mass immigration's not an accident. It's not. If I was going to destroy a country, I would do it exactly the way they're doing it. Yeah. I'd take away their freedom, take away their ability to protest, take away their guns, which they did in the 90s, and then you start tightening that noose. Tighter and tighter, add more restrictions, more this, more that.
I mean, we're getting closer.
And just the arresting people.
Well, look, John, it would have to be more original than that, and appropriate for life, because Sunday is when I do my nightcap edition every other Sunday. This week it's going to happen back to back because we're just kind of off schedule, but that's when I do my nightcap edition where I'm in lingerie. So maybe something different.
You arrest 12,000 people for social media posts. You don't just arrest people for social media posts. You change people's ability to post about.
Someone said singing. I could personally, I am a singer. I could personally send you a song.
Things because of fear. So they self-censor. So you don't even, you're hitting them with like, this one guy who complained about, there's a famous video where this fucking idiot in a wig, he's one of them judges, and they wear the wigs, the white powdered wigs. Yeah.
I don't understand why the UK still makes them wear white powdered wigs. I guess it's like some form of, conform, like just taking away the individuality and like making sure you don't look like you sway lenient or strict or whatever. Everyone just kind of looks the same, so you just can't be read. That's what I think. I think it would be strategic.
And he's sentencing this guy for 20 months for social media posts that are normal. Like normal complaints about mass immigration of illegals from other countries.
Oh, John, I don't do porn on this show. I toe the line.
Countries that aren't assimilating and that they believe are ruining their society, which there's a real argument for. And that's what online discourse is supposed to be about, like having conversations, like I'm voicing my concern for the way society is running right now because of what's happening, and no one's doing anything about it. And
Steve, if you wrote a song for the show, we could talk about that more.
No one's protecting anybody. It's nuts, man.
Any time in human history that would be called an invasion.
Yeah.
And now it's
not just an invasion. It's like they're doing it. They're letting people do it. They're enabling these people doing it, and they're putting them on the dole too, which is even crazier. Well, England's just submitted to it. They just submitted to.
Well, we know England is, good grief. It is the crown of the Western world. So, of course they're part of the NWO. I mean, they look at everywhere they conquered already. Like, duh, they're part of all of this. Of course they want, digital ID. They're freaking socialists over there already. God, could you imagine? You're not even allowed to choose, like, they have like 4 cereals to choose from, and it's whatever they determine is healthy for you. Okay. Last digital ID video for you.
Everybody's hyping up digital IDs like it's the future. It's safer, it's faster, it's convenient. Yeah? Well, so is a straitjacket. Keeps you nice and secure while you can't move a muscle. Let's keep this real simple. Right now, the government gives us IDs, driver's license, passports, social security card, etc. It's been like that forever, but here's the deal. Right now, they're separate. You lose your license, you can still pay your bills. You can still go buy groceries. Your passport gets taken, you can still get gas. Each card controls one door, not the whole damn house. Now picture one digital ID that holds every single key you've got, your bank account, your health records, your travel, your phone, your ability to move, operate.
Hey, my best friend, my best guy homie from young adulthood all the way up to now, Mike, he just joined. Hi, Mike. I love you.
At first you'll think, man, this is convenient. One key for everything. No more passwords, no more fraud. Everybody knows who it is. It's me. But what happens when someday somebody else holds that key? They don't just control.
Okay, I agree. I will put on a bikini as soon as I get that $200. If I get it before the end of the show, I will change during the show into the bikini, do the rest of the show in a wider shot and an up close. I don't know. Do the rest of the show in a bikini. I have very, very sexy bikinis too. So when I go to change after this donation, you guys will have to sit with my break screen, me going on break, or my, and listen to my Thirst Trap News song that I made.
Control one door now, do they? They control your entire life. Okay, one click, boom, lights out. No money, no travel, no gas, no access. That's not an ID, folks. That is a leash, and you're the dog. Bottom line is this: freedom is the real currency. Guard it with your life, because if you hand it over for a shiny new ID, don't cry later when you find out that leash around your neck isn't coming off. Everybody's hyping up.
It's kind of sad to me, like, not enough people are talking about this. Everything is like, your whole entire existence. Like, did you guys ever see the movie the show Black Mirror? It's the episode in the first season, I think it's towards the end, called San Junipero. That's where we're headed. They are trying to integrate human consciousness to defy death and have your consciousness exist eternally on a cloud integrated with AI. So you would need all of these digital things that we've been talking about for this to happen. It does sound appealing in one way. Like, if you watch it the way the show puts it, it's appealing and beautiful, and it made me cry. And it also, to get kind of deep on you guys, made me think of the Bible book of Genesis, where the serpent approaches Eve, talking about the fruit of eating from the tree of knowledge. He was like, why does he not want you to eat from that tree? Does he not want you to know what we know? But if you paid close attention through the first 5 books of the Bible, there were 2 trees in the Garden of Eden. The other one was the tree of life that they were not allowed to eat from, which granted you eternal life. Obviously, this fruit was symbolic. It was, obviously, the fruit represents some sort of technological device. If you're a gamer and you like Assassin's Creed or that story, that kind of goes into it. I'm a big gamer, so I loved that game because of the spiritual and political and historical things in it. But that tree of life, and it made me realize, like, what the serpent was trying to tell Adam and Eve, since the whole theme of the Bible is this. It's who has the right to rule over mankind? Does mankind have the right to govern themselves, or must they be subject to God's kingdom, a theocracy? That's the whole entire theme of the Bible. So when I sit and I think about this whole situation and like everlasting life and how no one really wants to die, Eve ate of the fruit because clearly the serpent was telling her, like, there's gatekeeping happening here. I think that what the serpent knew was, if we weren't gate kept, we would be able to achieve what God is holding as a reward for us all by ourselves. And then when you look at the story of the Tower of Babel, that falls in line with that theory as well, because why would the serpent, or AKA the devil, go and cause words of contention, give them different languages, give them tools, give them the ability to understand war and be able to actually to fight and defend for themselves. So I think like everything that we have going on today, it's really like easy to get caught up in like the aspect of freedom, but we don't really understand the implication of where we are sitting at in the like quantum timeline of the answer to the question of who has the right to rule over mankind, themselves because they are part of us by blood, or because they're part of earth by blood, do we rule over them forever? And that's really what all this is. And that's why I do my show, because it's so important that we all understand where we need to be focused. Why is freedom so important? You know, Christianity likes to pose freedom as rebelliousness. It likes to pose it as, you know, being not falling in line. And they're very big on like, you know, following laws and following. And then you have the other extreme with Antifa. They're very big on like breaking laws. So like, where do we fall in the middle? And that's the answer is spiritual. And that's what we're all so restless about. And nobody has the ability to put it into words, because we've literally been fighting for our freedom since Adam and Eve. And I think we should thank Eve for what she did, because it made us wake up to slavery. Because the book of Genesis is not the beginning of human history, folks. The word Genesis means generation of Isis. So if you actually line up all the holy books in like chronological order, the Sumerian texts and the Babylonian texts are incredibly important to have a full understanding of the Bible. It doesn't invalidate the Bible. In fact, it confirms Jesus even more as our Savior if you actually understood the fact that if Mary was described as having an immaculate conception by primitive humans, now where we are with our understanding of science and technology, it's probably more likely she was artificially inseminated as a virgin. I do that all the time with my dogs. I have females that won't choose a male. How do I get them pregnant? I artificially inseminate them. That's the scientific explanation for the miracle that happened that gave us Jesus. Then realize the name of the book of Genesis is Generation of Isis. And then if you follow the bloodline in the Sumerian text, the Babylonian text, and then continue it in Genesis through the Hebrew text all the way, you start to realize that Jesus is from the bloodline of Isis from Thoth. So there's so much happening here, and it's really about the fact that the elites survived whatever cataclysm happened before. They've kept the means of survival. The God that they worship is the God of this system of things that the Bible talks about as being cloaked in as the devil. And we are all feeling that like pull to fight for what is good. And yeah, so that's why digital ID is important. And Israel is being brought up in the chat. Sacrifice a red heifer now, 2 consecutive cycles with the moon cycles. You should read the Talmud to understand why they do that. They are very much part of like occult religion. They believe they are the chosen people. They will not breed outside of their race. They are like literally in every form of American business. So that should really alarm you, because the money is the only thing that they have ever been after, and they are the world's best at it. And so they control how you think to make them money. And, you know, when I read that book and realize like, oh, why are so many pedophiles Jewish prominent people? Their freaking book allows them to commit sins against the goyim, which is a derogatory word, a goy, for anybody who's not Jewish. But I've been watching videos as well from like real Jewish people that are finally starting to come out of like hiding and interact with technology and tell the truth, because it's even starting to get to them that the Zionists, who are the problem, are now giving the Jewish religion a bad name, when really it's the political group, the Zionists, that use the Jewish religion as their shield to commit these crimes across the globe. So yeah, there's my rant for y'all. But I love that y'all love it. I could have given that whole rant in a bikini. But, you know, let's check my Venmo. Let's see. Let's check the Venmo. Okay, nothing yet. I guess we like fully clothed Luna. Y'all really want to see me get cold. I'm going to have production bring the heater in here from upstairs. Okay, so next video's in a few seconds. I got called mentally ill like for the last 4 days because I've been saying nice, wonderful, sweet things to Trump on my social media because I want him to know that I care about what he's doing. I recognize the fact that he knows he's only got so much time and he's just like going like and flopping his diamond nuts on tables and just doing things. And I'm letting him know that I'm here for it. And I have gotten called mentally ill probably damn near 500 times in the last 36 hours. But if I'm mentally ill, I like my kind of mentally ill. I'm here for it. Let's see it. It's just a picture. Oh, it's a picture. I thought it was a video. Oh, yes. These are the people that are calling me mentally ill. I wish you could see who was to his right. The freaking man in the ugliest, I don't know, parachute for a dress. These are the people telling you Trump is mentally unstable. Human rights, animal rights, veganism, atheism, feminism are the future. You know what real feminism is, ladies? It is celebrating femininity and digging into your femininity. Because, let me just lay something out for you. Yes, we have equal human rights to a man. Of course we do. We should be able to do all the things a man does. And if you're a bad bitch that can do things just as good as a fucking tough guy, I fucking applaud you. But the real fucking women, the feminine women, the queens, understand that just because we can do something just as good as a boy doesn't mean that we have to. Because that's what we have men for. You know, their muscles, their bigger lungs, their capability for violence. Because you see my nails, I like to look pretty. Why would I be with a man that's going to make me have to be in my tough girl stage? No, obviously I'm capable of doing that. Duh. But that's what real women are like. Feminism is like a wonderful fucking thing because, interestingly enough, the more soft you get and the more delicate you get, the more manly he gets. And it's kind of funny to watch, you know. All of a sudden, you're less aggravated by him because all of a sudden, you know, he's not acting like a bitch boy because you're not acting like a strong girl, you know. And if you have a man that doesn't budget for your nails and your lashes and whatever the hell else, your hair, go get a fucking new one. Bye. Go get a new one. Because there are plenty of men that understand that the way their woman looks is a reflection of them. And because the word husband is how do you care for? How do you keep a living thing? So get a new man if he doesn't budget for your girly things. Because you don't have a man. You have a abusive, insecure little boy who wants you to not look good because he knows that if he's such things, it'd be very easy to steal you away. So if that's the case, you should just do him the favor and just leave. Go take care of yourself. Don't let yourself go. Get back on your thing. Go get you a man that has a good bank account. It doesn't matter how much, just that he knows how to handle his money, because that tells you about everything else. if he's dedicated, if he's goal-oriented, if he's self-sacrificing, if he's all the things, if he can provide, and if he doesn't want you to look sexy, then he's gay. So that's what I say. Okay, here are like 3 Mamdani videos, and just so you know, he's still a douche. Read it. Oh, here's a clip. Okay, but is this not a video? Oh, okay. Here's a clip of Socialist New York mayoral candidate Zohran Mamdani saying that Muslims can't assimilate in the U.S. and that they don't need to. Uh-ohs. Sound.
There's still, this illusion, and it's partially a result of settler colonialism, that all of us can become New Yorkers, that all of us can settle into the city. And yet there would be these moments where I would be reminded by someone whose intent was to tell me that you do not belong. And one of those first moments was on 9/11, when, before I knew what had happened, my teacher had pulled me and a Muslim class.
John, thank you so much. You're fucking the best. And make sure you message me on there with your address so I can send you a personal thank you.
Classmate of mine out of the class and told us that something has happened and you may be bullied. And I want you to tell me if that happens. And frankly, I was lucky because most Muslim students in the city were not given that kind of care from their teachers. And yet in that moment, I realized that I was not simply another classmate in a middle school. I was distinct. And there was a marker of that distinction on me. And it was something that I would be reminded of again and again.
Okay. I don't want to fucking hear it. How old is he? He's younger than me. I'm 40 years old. 33. He's 33. I grew up in the Georgia Appalachian Mountains, okay? Born in 1985. All right. I was the darkest girl in my school until high school. My first grade teacher didn't give me a chair and a desk for the first semester of school. She made me sit on the floor because we were only 10 years separated from segregation. Okay. But I'm sure he experiences a lot of racism because, white liberals are literally the fucking meanest, worst. That's the first thing out of their mouth. They will fucking call you out on your race.
Something when we came back from a trip abroad, being pulled aside at JFK by immigration agents in a double minute. There's still, this illusion. And
okay, I think doesn't it have a part 2 right here? Huh? No? What's the slide? Oh, okay. Just some bullshit. Okay. So remember, he's practicing taqiyya, where they need to lie to further advance Muslim. Here's another one.
You want to read it?
Oh, all right. Make this go viral. Leaked video shows Zohran Mamdani. This goes pretty quick, so you guys gotta pay close attention. Zohran Mamdani admitting that his goal is to remake the state in the image of our people, referring to Islam.
We came here to remake this state in the image of our people.
Oh. New York City, this is who you want to elect as your next mayor? Why is
It's wild. I watched a press conference today with him talking about Tisha James and her indictment for mortgage fraud. And I'm looking at all the Democrats standing behind him, nodding their head. All of them are white or black. None that would even be close to being Muslim. And they're just bobbing their head. They're just doing it because they're supposed to. They're in total disconnection from what is about to happen, because it is about to, forget the conservatives. This is about to be, basically the Islams are way more conservative than American conservatives. So this is about to be a nightmare for everyone in New York.
Is he covering his face? That voice is very familiar, isn't it? Y'all better wake up.
We came here to remake this.
I kind of wish it was that Iranian girl I've been showing to give some more like oomph to what she said. The next video should be coming soon, but I truly just am in shock at just watching. Like, he's got to be having the backing of Ilhan Omar and Ocasio-Cortez and that freaking girl with the stupid glasses. All right, the next video. No.
I did things. You have never had a job. You've never accomplished anything. There's no reason to believe you have any merit or qualification for 8.5 million lives. You don't know how to run a government. You don't know how to handle an emergency. And you've literally never proposed a bill on anything that you're not talking about in your campaign. You had the worst attendance record in the assembly. And you
remember how I told y'all he just smiles and like just sits there like, I won already. You have no idea. We're about to start murdering you guys in the streets. I am so scared for New York. Don't come here though. I take back what I said on the other fucking live. Do not come to Florida. If you're from New York and you want to leave, don't come here. We are a wild bunch, okay? You try these crazy shenanigans here, you gonna be don't come to Florida. So anyway, can we finish playing the video, or was that all of it?
gave yourselves the highest raise in the United States of America. You went from $110,000 to $140,000, and then you never showed up for work and you missed 80% of the votes. Shame on you. Shame on you. I did things.
Yeah.
You have never had a job.
He doesn't work. He just goes around convincing all the Muslims that when he gets into office that they're going to turn New York into their mosque. That's what he does. He doesn't work for the people of New York. Like, he has openly said that they're going to turn New York into Shira. He said it already. We got it on video with the red mask. Oh, shit. Guess what we got? We got a $200 donation. Best news in the universe. Thank you so much. As soon as this video is done, I will put the show on a break.
Let's see. We have 3 videos more before we switch to TikTok.
Okay, so we have 3 videos more before we switch to a different platform. And then I'm going to change. So stick with me because I will be finishing telling the news in a bikini, folks. Thank you so much for that $200 donation. Love you. Let's see. I'm not sure if it's John, but it's possible. Let me see. It never recognizes me with the lashes on, so I think it was John. So, okay. All right, so we're gonna. Hi, Jacob. I just got a $200 donation, so now I'm going to be telling the news in a bikini soon, probably in about 5 minutes or so. We're going to go on break after these 3 videos, and then I'm going to change because my supporters have earned, seeing a little more thirst trappiness. All right. No government, no EBT, folks.
If you work at a grocery store and you know that the food stamps is not working in November and you see people stealing and you snitch, you deserve to die.
And please follow me to that motherfucking car. If you feeling motherfucking froggy, bitch, you ain't gonna make it back to your motherfucking position at that fucking Walmart store. I'm telling you.
If they stop my food stamps, me and my man will be at the grocery store walking out with two big ass carts. And ain't bet nobody better do nothing because my man coming hard behind me and it only take him one time to punch your ass.
And I'm gonna have one of my cousins with me that'll punch your ass so hard you gonna get a Jet 2 holiday hit your bitch ass if you think I'm gonna walk out that stuff.
You know she's telling the truth too. That's how we roll.
You know how many people about to get knocked over the head?
I was just thinking this today. You know what though? Like part of me is like, hell no. But then the other part of me is like, what the fuck are they supposed to do? And I'm speaking for the ones that are on EBT legitimately and need it terribly. Yeah, I don't know. Do you, boo-boos? The government is being fucking ridiculous. That's what I say.
Or leaving the ATM or the bank.
I'm going back to stealing. I don't care. If you leave your car unlocked in the middle of the night, lock it, bitch. Because if I don't get no food stamps, best believe me and mine's gonna eat regardless.
I need my fucking EBT, yo. I need my money, yo. I need my fucking EBT.
Trump has cut my food stamps from $2,800 down to $350.
Oh my God.
Now, what am I supposed to do?
I used to get $740 a month for my 2 kids. And we not getting EBT.
Y'all, so I was on assistance at one point in my life because my parents had me very late in life, and I, was in and out of that religion, and one of the ways like I had to be in their home outside of the religion, I had to like basically convince them to let me stay there. I knew they needed help, anyway. So I had to get on assistance because I had, 2 kids, 2 parents in my home. Well, in the home. I was living in their home, but they were, unfortunately, because they grew up in a cult, didn't have retirement. So I was the only one bringing in an income for a good bit. And it wasn't enough for everyone in the house. And so that EBT we like desperately needed because there were oh my gosh, and my brother was there too. So and this was during the Obama days, so the recession was like bad. My brother, we were all working, but my mom was not working. She had a little side business. She was trying to hustle like with the ladies at church. And then my dad was like in between jobs because he had a bad back. So I was the only one bringing in money. And I'm telling you, I don't even want to think about, look, when you got to feed your kids, you got to feed your kids. That's all I got to say.
No more, they took the EBT. They saying I got to work 20 hours a week. I'm not working for nobody. Get the fuck out of here.
You're going to tell me that my daughter doesn't deserve a popsicle? You're going to tell me I don't deserve to get brownies?
I don't know about the rest of you motherfuckers, but I'm getting my shit because I'm going to tell you just like this on.
Haha, true. You know what? They are too lenient with the stuff you can buy on like Snap. You know what I'm saying? They need to like make it like no junk food, no like, come on. The obesity in America is so bad.
Jesus Lamar motherfucking Christ.
And I don't want to hear anybody who's fat get on to me because of what I said. Just because you have weight on you doesn't make you unlovable. Nobody's saying that. It's just not healthy. So whatever the reason is, you should probably look into it.
We'll be at motherfucking Walmart with my steel toes on and my motherfucking helmet, and I dare a bitch try to stop me from walking out that motherfucking store with my...
Hey, sexy and balding. Thank you for the compliment. I will be after this video. I think this video. Or is it 2 videos?
There's like 3. You could do it after this.
No, we can do it after all of the EBT videos. After 3 more videos, I will be changing into a bikini and doing the rest of the show in a bikini because I got a $200 donation. So yes, if you feel like joining in, I do send rewards for my donations. If you like my feet, our girl's happy to oblige.
My grocery, baby, I'm 250 pounds solid. I am going to go in that store, get everything I get regularly. I'm going to bag my shit up, swipe my link card. As soon as that bitch say, ain't no pending balance on there, I'm going to walk the fuck out.
If I don't receive my benefits this month, the
food stamps. I feel bad for the motherfucking shop, right? I will just be rolling my cart out that bitch like I pay for it.
I'm gonna be stealing like it ain't no tomorrow.
We gonna loot. We gonna get fucking crazy, right, TikTok?
But why is it always black people saying they're gonna fucking go destroy shit? Come on, my brother, my sister, let's not. Come on, we gotta be better than this. Like, don't put your dirty shit out in public. Hello. It's not how you do crime.
You feel me?
Take it. Y'all better stay the fuck out of my way in these stores.
Gee, okay. Oh my god. I wonder where these are going. All right. How many in total?
3 left.
So 4 in total?
3 left.
But in total.
Oh, there was only one EBT video.
Oh, I thought they were EBT videos. Okay.
3 more Instagram videos.
3 more Instagram. Oh, I didn't understand what you meant. All right. Who's Rick Cutler?
I wasn't going to make this video, but it turns out that Candace Owens has a gag order and can't speak at all. And I got banned on Reddit again yesterday because I posted this conspiracy theory about Charlie on Reddit. His name's Rick Cutler. He is a retired police officer and an expert on special weapons and how to fake events. He is head of military training in Guatemala and is contracted with the U.S. government. What are the odds that the guy that appears to shoot Charlie Kirk is also ex-Israeli military? And what are the odds
Oh yeah, she said this on her channel. There was so much ex-military and Israeli citizens, dual citizens, oh my gosh, all around him that day. And remember, he had just went to the Hamptons, and basically, I know what this feels like. Oh my God. They never approach you directly. They always go through someone else. And that's what happened to him in the Hamptons. Oh my gosh. DeSantis did this with me. DeSantis approached me through a judge he appointed to my husband at his place of work to put his offer on the table when I ran for office, when I ran for Congress.
I go to talk about this on the internet, it all gets taken down. What are the odds that all of Rick Cutler's social media posts are being taken down from the internet right now? And if I don't make a video about this, it's going to be gone forever. There's no telling what Candace Owens is doing in the background right now. Nick Fuentes thinks that this is all BS. And I really don't know.
I think Nick Fuentes needs to take a damn chill pill. Like, I do love him because he does be spitting some fucking game, man. But, like, I don't know why he's so angry with Candace. Like, them two together, oh, you want to talk about takeover? Candace Owens and Nick Fuentes need to be a fucking duo, and they need to stop the fighting. Oh my God. Those two together, don't you think? If they could quit bickering, Nick Fuentes and Candace Owens would be freaking fire. That would be crack. They would end up divorcing each other's spouses for each other. Mark my words. Y'all don't know about that Luna magic, but anyway, I think the video started playing over.
What to make of it at this point, right?
Did it?
Now, there's not much on the internet left. It's all
like
getting scrubbed. But if you ask Rock who Rick Cutler is.
Hi _ just cuz. Nice to meet you. Welcome to my show.
It says, is a retired police officer from Irving, Texas with...
He did switch security companies prior to his death, and they basically switched out his Under Armour as well. And then right after he died, I have an original video from live streamed TV. You see someone run behind and grab the freaking cameras really quickly, too.
29 years of experience who moved to Guatemala after retiring in 2019 for missionary and training work. He was present at the September 10th, 2025 event where Charlie Kirk was assassinated by Tyler Robinson. Online theories speculate his involvement due to the video footage, but official investigations name Robinson as the sole suspect and no other
He is not the guy. Tyler Patsy Robinson?
charges.
Who texts somebody and says, I was going to take this to my death, but 10 minutes after, I'm just going to spill all the entire beans on like written record. Like, how stupid do they think we are? Also, they say he stashed the gun in a bush, but like when you see him climbing off the roof, he doesn't have a gun. Like, it's clearly not Tyler Robinson in the stairwell. Like, there's a whole bunch. I did another video on this. Y'all should, go through the archive and watch my other shows because I've been talking about this. Actually, Charlie Kirk's death is what started this entire show.
Against Cutler. And then somebody asked Rock, can you elaborate on the theories you're referring to?
For anybody that just joined, stay with us because I got a $200 donation. I do reward my donations. They negotiated me to change into a bikini.
And says theories claim video footage Cutler palming a concealed barrel like a CIA style palm gun from his hip case with his hand jerking in recoil as a bullet bows. Shock appears midair from his position. Proponents argue that security roles enabled a point-blank betrayal, citing scrubbed online traces and Guatemala training as a deep state cover-up tied to Charlie Kirk's anti-establishment view. Yet, official ballistics attribute the fatal wound to Tyler Robinson's distant rifle shot with a .30-06, by the way, which would have incinerated Charlie, dismissing Cutler as a bystander with no forensics links or charges. And everything is getting scrubbed right now, guys. I posted this video on Reddit. It gets me banned. Candace Owens can't speak, and Nick doesn't believe any of the conspiracies. And nobody's talking about this, so...
Reddit, Twitch is even worse. My original idea for this show was to go on Twitch and play video games and talk about all this stuff. But Twitch is bad, uber liberal, they freaking do not tolerate it at all, and they have a whole ass army, and I saw a whole documentary on it. So I will be converting over to Rumble. So just so you know, if anybody's listening right now, I'm converting over to Rumble and YouTube. I upload my entire shows there. The video quality is way better on YouTube and Rumble. It's stellar. Than on Instagram, and Instagram's just going to be the place for my short clips. Once I get 1,000, no, I can go live on YouTube now. I just need all of you to actually start subscribing to YouTube, so that way I have interactions with you guys. And I'm not going to switch over to YouTube until I can nail down a time. That I go live. It's every other day, but I'm thinking the time's going to be 9:30 or 10. A 30-06 would have removed his head from his body. Yeah. It would have went pop. I've been deer hunting and I've seen a lot of gruesome blood angles and different things and hog hunting and all this shit. So the exit wound would have been there would have been bits of his head everywhere, but you can clearly see that something came from his 4 o'clock and then the exit came out the neck, or I don't know. I should probably just do a show that's just for Charlie Kirk, and do a circle back on that because it gets really easy to get down the rabbit hole with the Charlie Kirk thing. Okay, Jews and Muslims, golden shower or history? I didn't really see the video, so I don't know.
Jews and Muslims have a golden history. I must say that because all the people say, oh, these marches are anti-Semitic marches, this is hate marches, something like that. Nothing can be further than the truth as this. I, myself, with my colleagues, many of us, going in London to hear all the marches. Many times the police stop me. Hey, where are you going? I told him I go to the march. They will kill you. I told him, don't worry. I show you a miracle. Don't protect me. Just look. I go in between hundreds of thousands of Muslims. Everybody welcomes me. It's not a religious conflict. The conflict is a conflict of against the occupation, against the genocide.
Yes. Do you know how important this is to hear Orthodox Jews saying this? Because so many Muslims and so many Jewish people are peaceful, and like the world is fucking changing, man. Politics is turning. We are literally watching Game of Thrones. There is a sprint for what the Bible, the Greek scriptures, well, the prophets call the king of the north and the king of the south. I urge you to do research on who the king of the north is and the king of the south is in the Bible, and like have that in mind. Have everything going on today in mind while you read about that. Okay. What does liberal mean?
The word liberal as an acronym, lacking in basic education, reasoning, and logic.
Oh,
Liberal.
yes, girl.
The word liberal as an acronym.
Look, we got another beautiful black girl that does not speak with ebonics because she is free from the matrix. She is a free woman. She is educated. She's powerful. She is smart. She's a critical thinker. She is independent. She is, if not already somebody's wife, would make a wonderful wife for somebody. I love her. Gorgeous girl. Love what's in the mind, and it also helps that she has a pretty face. When do I... Oh. Well, while production gears some things up, I'm about to explain to all of you that I still have on my live that here's the moment you've all been waiting for. But I'm about to go on break. I'm gonna go change, pick out a sexy bikini to finish telling the news to you guys in. I am going to warm up the space though, because your girl will get so cold. And I know that if Chels was on right now, he would be dying that he's missing this. All right. Let me look at the chat before I go. Anthony says a 30-06 would have removed his head from his body. Yeah, I think I read that one. The crack was like that of a 22. I was gonna say, looking at that blood gush, looks like a 9mm or a 22 kind of thing that happened. Like he got shot from one side and it came out the other, and I would put that at a 22 or a 9mm, and the shot looked like it came from way close. So I think Anthony is like on the right path. Sequoia driver. So I reward my donations. Somebody earlier asked me about my feet or something. I don't know where they went, but if you want to donate, I will be more than happy to send you a picture.
I'll set up a foot cam.
Well, I don't have my toes done. I have to do my toes. But if I can get another high dollar donation, we'll set up a toe cam, a foot cam for the show. But anyway, y'all brainstorm what you want as a reward for donations as a group, because John did a good job getting everybody stepping up to the plate on that one. So maybe on the break, you're going to have to listen to my song. I'm texting am texting too much, but love your content. Keep it the glory. It's never too much texting. Okay, so you're gonna have to listen to my music for a minute. I will be back.
You're muted. The song doesn't.
I have to close the window, and I need a heater. Are you playing the song?
No, because it doesn't loop, and I can't close it and reopen it.
Can you make a translation track?
I will.
For bathroom breaks?
Yeah, I mean we have other stuff. I just.
I'm gonna freeze. I need that heater. The little.
Bring your little one down.
Why don't you get it? Bring it down, turn it on, and start warming up like a big area.
Okay.
So I don't freeze. Yeah. Shit. Yay!
Those songs and done, by the way. Somebody else. That's my account.
I knew it was you. I was on it. I know. I fucking knew it was you. I was ready. I know. They kept me typing it.
I sold the car. So the guy I sold the car to today. Don't worry, they can't see you're here yet. You can put your headphones on and start playing the music.
God for heat.
Put your headphones on. All right. I'm gonna unmute you before I change the screen so you can say, all right, guys. Ready?
Hold on. They'll probably come back. It's probably them doing other things.
Ready?
No. Okay. Are you in the wide shot?
I will. All right. I'm gonna unmute you. In 3, 2, 1.
Okay. I am back. Trying to get my ears on.
I'm not your gossip girl, I'm the headline. Truth with a curve, baby, redefine. Welcome to the thirst trap. All the truth looks good in a tight wrap. Okay. We talk love, power, soul, and sin. Turn the world on, let the light in. We are the thirst trap news. You'll drink it up, it's the real you. In between first promos, where every headline's a revelation.
Woo! Mama is gonna be cold. Okay, I settled on the green. What do you guys think? Do you like the green bikini? Yeah. Nothing like being in a bikini in October.
This is attorney.
I need to start working out again. My God. I had to suck in. I haven't had to pose in a minute. So yes, I am covered in tattoos. A lot of my photos, we airbrush them off, because sometimes I just miss the days of not having tattoos. But here they are in full display for you to enjoy for the rest of the show. And for every $1 that comes in, I will stand up and give you guys a twirl. How about that? Thank you. I have realized suddenly that I need to buy more bikinis because I went through like this health crisis for a minute where I was not, my weight was really bad and I don't have a lot of swimsuits left. So maybe I could make like a gift shopping list or something for my viewers. If they want to see me, I can make an Amazon wish list. And I can wear thirsty clothes that you guys buy me. And I can put it on for the show. And then I can send it to you if you want it after I wear it. Okay. So I fucking hated Roblox from the beginning. I knew that shit was like Predator City. Let me check the chat. Sequoia Driver says amazing. Thank you. Make sure whoever that was that gave me that donation, you put in there who you are and how I can get a hold of you so I can send you a photo, a posed photo in my bikini. Let's see. Freighter, Balthazar. Okay, someone just donated $200 to my show. So I am now in a bikini for the rest of the show because that was the agreement. Sergio So4 joined. B Hawk joined. All right. Okay. We are going to move into the next video about Roblox.
General James Uffmeyer. Today, our office
What? Yeah.
will be issuing criminal subpoenas to the online children's gaming company Roblox. Roblox profited off of our kids
Good.
while
Because I literally saw on my computer while my daughter was playing Roblox, like back in the day, freaking characters in the background, like fucking. I was like, get the hell off of that game. She's like, it's a kid's game. And I was like, well, clearly there's some kids being awful in there, and this is inappropriate and you shouldn't be on it. And there's probably predators in there too.
exposing them to the most dangerous of harms. They enabled our kids to be abused. Companies like Roblox have become breeding grounds for predators to get to and have access to our kids. These criminal subpoenas will enable us to gather more information for our prosecutors about the criminal activity taking place on Roblox platform, as well as evidence on the predators that are out there and the victims that are abused. At the end of the day, we will stop at nothing to fight to protect our kids, and companies that act carelessly and expose them to harm will be held accountable. This is Attorney General James Uffmeyer.
So Roblox, I'm gonna have to move out here. I have to show the freaking bikini. Okay, Roblox has a freaking lawsuit coming to them. Isn't that freaking fabulous? I'm so happy about that. OMG. I was onto them. Thank you, Charlie. I just got your DM. Yeah, you are the fucking man. I appreciate it. I just backed up a bit for you, Charlie, so you could get your $200 worth. Lesson learned today, though, that now I'm going to need to make sure I groom immaculately for these shows, because we never know how much of Luna we will see. Isn't it more fun to get your news this way? You know, like, who wants to watch Laura Ingraham all the time? You know, I'm just your typical Florida girl. This is what we do. We just hang out in our bikinis at home. That's like a normal thing. Anyway, you guys saw like I don't know how many of you in the chat right now came and followed me today and yesterday from my video about the trucker or whatever. Was that today or yesterday? Yesterday. Oh my gosh, the days are blending together. You guys saw that another bad accident happened. I mean, and this was like smush. So hold on. Oh my God. Okay. So trigger warning if you like get queasy easily. This is kind of like, you know, this is brutal. But 20 fucking %, okay, of the truck drivers that are out driving on the road right now are illegal immigrants who don't speak English, didn't take the test, you know, to become a citizen. They don't know the rules of the road. I almost got killed in Miami 2 years ago by a semi driver who I thought was drunk, but now with all this coming out, this is what this feels like, because he just like came over on top of me. Oh my God, I just spoke about this the other day on a live. All right, I'm going to play you the video.
Cam video that is now the subject. Now take a look. This is exclusive dash cam video that is now the subject of several law enforcement investigations. Shows the moment a red semi truck plowed into a number of vehicles on the westbound 10 freeway in Ontario.
Oh my
just
God.
After 1 p.m.
God.
Yesterday. The CHP told the LA Times the driver of this big rig is a 21-year-old man who is now under arrest on suspicion
Smash.
of driving under the influence of drugs.
Sandwich.
A total of 4 semis were involved and also 4 passenger vehicles. One of
I smashed 2 bugs today and I thought of this video.
Them exploding in flames. 3 people were killed and 4 others were taken to local hospitals. This horrific crash happened just east of the 15 freeway and shut down all westbound lanes for more than 12 hours. Thousands of drivers were trapped in the gridlock just as the evening commute was getting underway. It also happened near the Ontario airport, so the crash likely delayed people that were trying to get to their flights. Now take a look. This is exclusive dash.
Every single puzzle piece that's happening in the world right now was all part of the plan to destabilize America, because why in the fuck would you have a state like California be like, oh, it's fine. You don't have to give us your name for a driver's license. Just give me your freaking $60 or $100 or whatever inflated price it is out there. It's probably more than $100. Just give me your money and we'll give you a CDL. And you can go do your thing and go wipe out innocent drivers all over the country, because since we can't just like fly fighter jets across America, we're just going to do it in a chaotic way. This is chaos magic you're watching the East deploy onto the West. They are literally oh my gosh. They are literally use the border to send in ops. And there are so many ways that they can unalive Americans that do not look like the days of World War I and World War II. Because modern warfare is a totally different thing now. It has to be subtle, because especially with America, because America are gun owners. So we have to sneak attack them at every angle. So yeah. Okay, let me look at the chat. Where's my, okay. So every donation gets a dance. No, not a dance. I'm just saying $1 is worth a twirl. You know, if you give me $1, I'll stand up and I will twirl. And each time I twirl, I will show you my tattoos up close and I'll explain them and tell you the stories about my tattoos. Okay. So, hi, Yusef, Vincent, Chris, Mr. John Swallows, I answered you already. Mr. John Swallows. He seems like an elusive fella.
Directly provides.
Dashcam video. Oh no, we just watched that one. Jon Stewart fucking with Bernie.
Again, this gets to the Democratic solutions have never been to directly provide. It's always been a subsidy to a middleman. But what happens is when the government promises endless funds to insurance companies or private universities without any cost controls, and Trump seems to understand this, prices rise far beyond the rate of inflation. And we've seen it in tuition, and we've seen it in pharmaceutical, and we've seen it in healthcare. So my question is, will Democrats recognize the poison pill that they've often placed into well-intentioned policy?
Right. What they end up doing is coming up with very complicated proposals. You make $48,964.
There are times I really do like what Bernie has to say. I truly do. I don't like that he's a socialist, but there's a lot of times when Bernie be spitting some truth.
Yes. You will get this thing. You make $1 more, you finish the block.
He's not wrong. I have some good friends that are in Congress right now, and I'm not going to say good friends, just people that I correspond with that care to keep me in the loop. the reason why bills don't have the name about what it's about, like, okay, so like you have a bill about transportation, but somewhere snuck in there is something that has to do with food, since technically food uses the transport systems. And the title of the bill is not really what the bill's about. And the title is just like the book cover, because the trick is in Congress that they send out these bills the night before they have to be voted on, and they're thousands of pages of long, you know, because we've had more Democrats in office than we have Republicans in the last 6 years. So he's talking on their tactics. There's so many pages long. They know no one's going to read it, and they're just going to show up reading the title of what the bill is and then voting yay or nay on it.
Blah, blah, blah. Look, we have got to make it simple. In the wealthiest country in the history of the world, should healthcare be a human right? Yes, it should be. Should we have the best quality education in the world, from childcare to graduate school? Yes, we should.
Right, but these are.
And how do you pass?
Let's get there.
All right, then the question is, all right, these are.
I'm writing this down.
Jon Stewart has grown on me over the years. He isn't an idiot. I'll put it that way.
All right, the Republicans, you're getting.
Hi, Mike 943753. Welcome to my show.
Island here, you know.
I get excited when you're around. But again, this gets to the.
Okay. Next video.
What Democrats find themselves in a place is we've shut down the government to protect subsidies for an insurance marketplace that funnels $800 billion a year into the pockets of all these insurance companies. Have Democrats boxed themselves into a...
How do you guys feel about Luigi Mangione? Like, let's truth be told, like, these insurance companies, like, willingly letting people die. I will just say, I have fibromyalgia. That has led to a couple, 3 crises for me. With everything that's going on now, like, I can't imagine if my life were to be in dangling, you know, for survival, because there are so many times that I almost like had a stroke because of what Luigi and Mangione's manifest was talking about. Like, they just, oh shit, here's someone with an autoimmune disease. Insert here that she probably got them from the catalog of vaccines forced upon her in the 80s. She's going to be too expensive for us. How can we delay, deny, whatever the other word was, and literally almost caused me to have a stroke because they didn't want to fund my medication. And I had met the criteria for years. And this all started when fucking Biden. This was one of the reasons why I ran for office.
Corner fighting for a system that ultimately, to get the thing that you want, that I think the American people want, they're going to have to abandon.
Yes. Look, here's where we are right now, and I think it's not been made as clear as it should. If Trump gets away with what he wants, we are looking at 15 million people losing their health insurance. And according to studies, John, 50,000 low-income and working-class people dying every year unnecessarily.
Based on lack of accessibility to health. Right. Is that what you're saying?
Okay. You're low-income, you're working-class, you don't have any health, you have a chronic ill, you die. That's what they're saying.
Yep.
On top of that, all over the country.
Very clear. You do die anyway.
You die anyway, but you don't have to die. You don't have to die that way.
Of course, it's all about money.
That is disgusting.
Right.
Money is the god of this world.
Because of the cuts to the ACA, you're looking at some 20+ million people seeing a doubling of their premiums at a time when they can't even afford health care right now.
Right.
All right. So you're.
And on that note, that $200 donation is going straight to pay off my cameras.
The point is this a good system? No. But
is this a good system to defend?
To defend today,
political
yes.
capital.
All right,
okay.
But obviously.
Right.
It is a system designed to make huge profits for the insurance companies and the drug companies. Right. Period. We have got to move to a Medicare for all single payer program. Absolutely.
Cash just said, I would rather have you on the big window instead of the little window than old ass Bernie. When I was running for Congress, you know how many people on the campaign trail were telling me I would kill to see you fight Ocasio-Cortez. Oh my God. Her and I, that would be like, Trump would be there for that. That would be a WWE. Joe Rogan would be there for that. That would be a fucking UFC fight. Oh my God, it'd be glorious. You guys, I would read every single horrible comment written to me before that fight to amp me up and fuel me with the chemicals needed to kick her ass. That girl and her privileged ass. Ooh, I actually had to work for everything I have. She was born into it, and she's such a fucking poser. She's a fraud. Oh, okay. Okay, one. All right, we got our last one. Bernie video. Sometimes I feel bad hating on Bernie. He genuinely really just does care about people. He just is a fucking socialist, and it's just like, God, like, come on, Bernie. Okay, this is 3 days ago. Okay. So we got a current one.
You could almost make a case that the true inheritor of the Sanders revolution is Trump. Taking a percentage of companies to do business, that's a Bernie Sanders idea. Yeah. Doing a Trump RX where the government is involved in selling pharmaceuticals, that's a Bernie Sanders idea. Is it frustrating that the thing that you fought for your whole career, Democrats are the ones who run away from scared?
Man, Bernie, what are you going to do now, man? Because the truth is, y'all are fucking libertarians at the end of the day. You just keep calling yourself a socialist so you can fucking stay relevant because you know you're fucking 900 years old. Bro. Oh my God, that's crazy. I love it. Jon Stewart, oh, you are the shit.
He's embraced some of it.
Yeah, that's true.
You could almost make a case that the true inheritor of the Sanders revolution is Trump. Taking a percentage of companies to do business, that's a Bernie Sanders idea. Yeah. Doing a Trump RX where the government is involved in selling pharmaceuticals, that's a Bernie Sanders idea. Is it frustrating that the thing that you fought for your whole career, Democrats are the ones who run away from scared? And he's embraced some of it.
Yeah, that's true.
You could almost make a case that
I could hear him say, yeah, that's true so many times. Oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful. I love it. That was worth this entire show. I love it. All right. Pixar's new movie, folks. This is production is giving me commentary. This is what AI is meant for. If it will loading. Decline?
Nah, not today. Somebody got my baby out here hungry. We're fixing this.
Ma'am, the system flagged your account. You'll have to wait 6 to 8 weeks.
Watch me.
You heard the fire alarm in the back. Bonatisha. She got the fire alarm beeping in the background. Oh my God. Yes, please start it over. Oh my God.
Decline? Nah, not today. Somebody got my baby out here hungry. We fixing this.
Ma'am, the system flagged your account. You'll have to wait 6 to 8 weeks.
Watch me.
From Disney and Pixar.
Decline? Says no fun.
When Bonatisha's EBT card lets her down.
Oh no. Not today.
The fucking smoke detector.
The whole city feels it.
Oh my God, this is gold fucking Bonatisha.
Somebody got my baby.
How do you spell Bonatisha? Go back right there. Pause. Bonnetisha. Oh my God.
Somebody got my
I
baby out here
fucking love
Ma'am, the system flagged your account.
inevitable
You'll have to wait 6 to 8
AI.
weeks.
This shit is fucking hysterical.
Decline? Says no fun.
When Bonatisha's EBT card lets her down.
Oh no. Not today.
Government shutdown, folks.
The whole city feels it.
That's the government shutdown for you. The last one. Well, last one of the... No, this is a white girl's favorite black girl hairdo. Okay, I love seeing white girls show their favorite black girl hairdos. I am white and black. So, I love this shit. Mm-hmm. The Jamaican flag-ish. Oh my god. They say that's so cute. It looked like it was glued onto her head. Oh. Oh, this was just a candid photo. This is the I'm the alpha dog on the yard hairdo. With my tail up, perky, straight. Don't look gay. It's just nice and forward, up, straight. Top dog. Mm-hmm. What is this? These are fucking like hair hat braids. Slay queen, slay. Oh my god, no. And she glued it down and she looked like on her face like she's like, oh damn, I can't even take this shit off for like 2 weeks. Fuck. All right. Oh, she has like 2 hairs. Oh, mama. Oh, it looked like a cake, like a crazy cake, like somebody learning to do cake with fondant icing. That's just to glue your ponytail onto your head. I've seen this so much in Atlanta. All right. Next. Oh, I don't know. This is the poest of the po. Please just, here's my yarn hair. Glue it onto my head. Make me look not bald. And I feel so sorry for all of these ladies, these poor babies. Oh my gosh. I would make them look like beautiful queens if they sat in my chair. Oh my goodness. I can't have nobody looking like that leaving my chair. No way, no how. You gotta be looking like a queen when you are around me. You know? Like you command attention and presence and respect. You know? This show was fun. I'm super grateful. Cheers to episode 14. Special one in the books. I need to get back in the gym. I'm looking at my fucking flabby ass, non-defined, skinny, fat body. I hope you guys are observant because the $200 it's working right now. You know, I'm having a blind eye to wardrobe malfunctions. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I really enjoyed tonight. I love all of you. Cheers. Episode 14 was a good one. Y'all learn to self-sustain, okay? Because things when we old are gonna be rough. So please, if you don't know how to like take care of yourself, go find a conservative man, like a real man who isn't confused about his gender and isn't mentally ill to the point where he has to chop his dick off. Go find one of those and you'll be good. So, good night.
I'm not your gossip girl, I'm the headline. Truth with a curve, baby, redefine. Welcome to the thirst trap. All the truth looks good.